Hello everyone. Okay, I think you guys can hear me, so we're gonna start this video. Today's video is about using a free tool called Replit. So this video is not for beginners. This would be for someone who has a real strong interest in coding and has good attention to detail and also wants to overcome some maybe difficult parts of understanding coding language and programming. So I'd say if you're intermediate, this is a great place. Some beginners probably can do this. It's not too difficult, but it doesn't look visually appealing. It's not as visually as appealing as, say, Minecraft Education or Roblox. So, with that being said, we're going to jump straight in. So, here is what you're going to be greeted with when you make an account on Replit. And what I want you to do is go to Apps right here, and you're gonna go to create. Now I just went into a folder, but you can ignore that. You can just click create, and when you create something, you'll be greeted with something like this. Now a few important things for you to know are that you can change things here. So for example, we can go to settings, and we can actually change how big our font is. We can change the way that the console is stacked. We can do it side by side or stacked. I actually like stacked, and there's a few other things, but you can keep most of it the same for now. Okay, perfect. So this right here where I'm typing right now, this is your main code area. This is where you'll be typing in your code, and this is where you'll be following along with the tutorial. On the bottom is your console, and I'm going to show you what a console does. So if I say print hello, and I'll go into what this does in a minute. Now when I click run, you can see it actually says at the bottom, hello. And this is because we've said print hello to Python, and Python is now printing this out in our console. So this is the way that Python can talk to us, and oftentimes when we give some weird errors or when we have some weird errors, that can also be another time when it will show us something in the console. So I'll show you one of those errors. We'll do something like this, and it's going to show us an error. There we go. Name error. Name hello is not defined. Did you mean help? So that can give us a really good clue or really good indication about what's wrong with our code. So here's what we're going to cover today. We're going to cover how to, let's actually write this down. I'm trying to get the hashtag. There we go. Okay. So we're going to cover how to print. We're going to cover how to, oh, if I can find the right, there we go, how to create a variable, and we're going to cover how to create or how to print a variable. So all of this is very easy, so you can follow along and you can pause when you need to, but the first thing we're going to do is learn how to print. And all we do is say print hello world. And this is a way that we can print to the console. So if I type in run now, you can see it says hello world in the bottom. There we go. I can also do things like hello 123 123 123. Doesn't really matter what I put in as long as it's within quotation marks. Now you'll notice that we can actually do quotation marks or even speech marks, which are slightly different, but yes, there we go. If I can type correctly. There we go. Perfect. And there is a slight difference to these, but I'm not going to go into it right now. We'll probably learn that at a later stage. So wonderful. We've learned how to print something to our console, which is great. That's actually what we wanted, right? Now, what can we do? Okay, let's learn how to create a variable and then how to print a variable. Because as you can imagine, printing things like this can be pretty tiring, right? So I'm going to say my name, like so. And I'm going to type in Kasim. Now, you might have noticed that I did two interesting things here. This is all one string because I attached it using a underscore. However, if I do that and I just leave a space, there's a red line underneath my variable. And why is that? It's because it's interpreting this. Python is thinking of this as two separate variables, right? Which is not what we want. So we need to add something in between, either a dash or underscore, whatever you want. You can even just keep it like that. But whatever you do, a good rule for your variables is to make sure that it's simple and clear. So in this case, my name is Kasim. And you've also noticed that I've put Kasim in these quotation marks here. Let's do it with quotation marks first. So I'm going to say print my name. We're going to go to run, and you're going to see that it's going to print out the word Kasim right here. Perfect. Okay. Now, what else can we do? Okay. What about if we do this? If we just print, or if we just define my name, which is the variable, as Kasim with no speech marks, what's going to happen? There's going to be an error. Okay. Name Kasim is not defined. Okay, so whenever you declare a variable, all you do is type something on the left hand side, use an equal sign to assign some data, which in this case is our string, and wrap it in quotation marks. The other interesting thing you can do is you can actually put in numbers like so. So now if I run this, you can see that it's going to print out this number. And the interesting thing is that numbers don't need quotation marks. You can put them in quotation marks, but that actually changes how Python looks at numbers. So that's pretty much everything for today. This was a really short tutorial on how to print, how to create a variable, and how to print a variable. So we'll go through everything quickly one more time. We'll say print Kasim, and then we'll say your name, and let's say your name is going to be Matthew. We need to put that in quotation marks. Matthew, print your name, like so. And now this is going to print Kasim and then Matthew on two separate lines. Perfect. Okay, so that was pretty much it for today's video, today's instructional. It was a really simple idea. I just wanted to show you how to get your feet wet using Python, because some of you, after you graduate the Minecraft lessons, you're going to go into coding like this, which is going to be way more interesting. You can do way more things, and you can access things way more directly by using the Python language. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm going to see you again in the next video, in a lesson, somewhere. I'll see you somewhere, guys. Okay, so have a wonderful day, and goodbye.